Hey everyone, Eduardo Cortez Jr., aka Lance Danger here. And last night, as I said, I saw Oldboy in the theaters. It's the restoration remaster of the 2003 movie from Korea. And I didn't know it was actually loosely based on a manga. That said, it was my first time actually watching it, and that was intense. I liked it. I really liked it a lot, actually. I went into it blind. I didn't read up what it was about. If I had known what it was about beforehand, at some point or another, I probably just forgot about it since I never tried to watch it before. Not because I wasn't curious, but as I explained in the previous video, when it first came out, there was this mom and pop DVD rental place that my friend and I would go to, but I didn't have a membership, and my friend would usually kind of like stray away, at least at that point, from those types of movies. So even though I was always curious about the DVD cover and whatnot, I never really got to see it. And it just kind of like became one of those things that, time goes on, life goes on, it kind of like crack falls through the cracks of, your things to watch or things to do or whatnot. So for the longest time, I never really thought about the movie. Like, I would think about it on and off again whenever I would hear that, something that I had just watched, like Daredevil season 1, for example. A lot of my friends would be like, "Oh, that's so inspired by Oldboy," and I would be like, "Oldboy, I've heard of that before. That's that movie I was curious about, right? I'll look it up someday." And it always ended up being like, "I'll look it up someday." And now that it came out in the theater, I just took the chance to watch it, especially since it was restored and remastered. It would be nice to like actually see it for the first time in an actual like full big movie screen and what have you. And I really liked it. It was a lot darker than I expected, to be honest. Um, but then again, I didn't know what exactly to expect. All I had to go by, sort of, was when they released the trailer for the restored version, which I had seen it last week when I was at the movies, and I was like, "Oh, okay. This is actually my first time seeing a trailer for the movie, and it included a hallway fight scene that was like, oh, I can definitely see why people were saying that Daredevil borrowed heavily in that first season, especially in the hallway fight scene from Oldboy. I keep wanting to say Hellboy. Force of habit, I guess, over the decades. But anyway, yeah, it was. I can definitely see why it's acclaimed. It's a very well directed, well acted movie. It's definitely not a movie for everyone, especially nowadays. Especially for this like generation, it's definitely not a movie for everyone, because I can't imagine this being provocative and controversial back then. I can't imagine how it would be if it was released nowadays, if it would have been released. If it was released, it would probably be like an NC-17 type of thing, because of some of the thematics in the movie that are now like viewed as problematic, I guess. But that's a whole other discussion for a video I might not never make. But yeah, if you're into like if you're into mystery thriller movies, it's definitely a good movie. It has a lot of good plot twists. Like, there were some twists that I kind of guessed, but it went into a whole other direction compared to what I originally thought. So I was like half right all the time, which is a good thing. It talks about the movie's unpredictability, if you haven't watched it before, of course. If you're into foreign movies that are different, movies that are definitely not Hollywood, you can definitely check it out. Again, if you're into thriller mystery movies, this is definitely something that will keep you guessing. And the plot twists actually do make sense. Like sometimes a movie will like throw a twist out of nowhere, and it doesn't go within the context of the movie. It's just like a twist, just to like the director or whatever be like, "Aha! You didn't see that coming." And it's like, of course we didn't see that coming. You brought it the freak out of nowhere, without any rhyme or reason. But the plot twists actually do make sense in this movie if you pay attention to it. Again, some things I kind of pieced together, but it was pieced together, but then when it was presented, it would go in a whole other direction than what I'd expected. And I love those kind of movies that can keep me guessing. So, yeah, Oldboy, not a movie for everyone, but definitely if you're into, like I said, and I gotta wrap with the video because I don't want to sound too repetitive in this video. If you're into mystery thrillers, foreign movies, and yes, movies that are critically acclaimed from like that era, from the aughts and whatnot, that are now considered like classic movies. My God, I'm giving away my age pretty much, but definitely give it a shot. If you're into stuff like the first season of Daredevil, you'll probably really appreciate a lot of the action scenes as well. It's not like an action heavy movie, but the action that it has is so well done. It's so well made, so well choreographed that it's definitely worth a watch for that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.